Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sports Talk with Hardball Unlimited. I'm Chris.
Josh.
Still Chad.
Forgot who I was for a minute.
This is something new. This is our straight baseball talk. This will come out every Sunday.
The best one.
Every Sunday this will come out.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Spring training edition. Getting ready.
We're getting ready. All right. I like it.
This week.
40 days?
No. Till it starts, yeah.
So pitchers and catchers.
We're exactly 12 weeks out from the end of spring training.
Yeah, buddy.
12 weeks out from the end of spring training.
Mine too.
So, these first few episodes, we're going to go division by division. And we're starting out with the AL West this week. Take it away, Josh. How do you want to start this?
Well, we'll start off with the Texas Rangers. Texas Rangers finished the season 68-94. Just going over a little bit of their pitching. One of the biggest reasons they have had struggled so much. The team ERA of 4.22, which was ranked 22nd in Major League Baseball.
It's hard to win with that.
It is very hard to win with that. Their one shining guy that they had was Perez with 196 innings, 2.89 ERA, 169 strikeouts. He was the only pitcher in that rotation with a winning record. That's right.
I saw that too when I was looking at their stats for the year. Like, Texas was the second best team hitting in that division.
Yeah.
By far. 1,300 hits. The only team higher, Houston. Every one of these, Houston will be higher. 198 home runs, 670 RBIs, and a 239 batting average as a roster.
198 does put them in the top 10
Yeah.
of home runs.
Right.
They were 9.
Well, listen, they knew they were hard up for pitching because they went out and drafted Jack Leiter and Kumar Rocker.
And they definitely addressed it this
We
offseason.
should see Jack. We should see Jack Leiter this year.
Yeah, I
don't know if we see Rocker.
I would like to think so.
But I think we see Jack Leiter this year, maybe in the bullpen.
Well, listen, made some good additions. Jacob deGrom, if stays healthy, that gives you an elite 8. Nathan Eovaldi, he'll eat some innings up. Listen, he's not going to be a number 2. He'll be a decent 3 or 4. He'll be a decent 3 or 4. Now, the one that probably a 4 or 5 if Jack doesn't go into rotation is Andrew Heaney.
Yeah.
But again, stays healthy most of the time.
Well, and they signed him to be in the rotation. Right. They didn't sign him to be a flex guy. He's going to be in the rotation.
Is he going to be 4 or 5? I don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean, that tells me that maybe Jack Leiter's not as ready as they think. But, I mean, it's not that, like, they can go lefty-lefty.
Listen, like, if that rotation stays healthy by the time Leiter and Rocker come up, you're going to be set for a while. At least you have some arms.
Right. Do you think it's a playoff roster? A playoff pitching staff?
Well, the bad thing is you're in a division that's just gotten better.
Right. Well, I mean, let's say that DeGrom stays healthy. Let's just say that for scenario. Is it, in your opinion, a playoff caliber pitching rotation?
I think they're the second best team in.
They are not better than Houston. I'll say that they are not better than Houston. I don't know if they're.
I think they're the 4th best.
I don't know if they're better than Seattle.
They're not better than Seattle.
Maybe 3.
I think they're better than the Angels.
They're not better than the Angels.
I mean, if their pitching got that much better, they are better than the Angels.
Yeah. Okay. They're
trending in the right direction.
Yeah.
I mean, I like a lot of the signings that they're trying.
Yeah. Well, what I don't like is they didn't improve offensively at all. Like nothing.
Well, again, maybe they were comfortable with their offensive numbers and what they've had, but they've been so awful pitching. I mean, they had to address pitching.
Listen, their outfield's not good. Their corners are not good.
No.
So, I mean, what are you going to get out of the outfield?
But when your pitching's been that bad, like awful, one pitcher with a winning record in the rotation, you have to address that. That has to be.
I get it.
Number one.
I get it.
What do you got offensively?
Well, like I said, they didn't add nobody. Like, I mean, 18th overall offense in all baseball, not good enough to make the playoffs. And then you don't add any offense at all, which kind of worries me a little bit for them. They didn't really lose anything. I mean, Josh Jung is like their best prospect. He's going to be their everyday third baseman. But, I mean, you're counting on, and depth-wise, they don't have a ton behind their major league guys. So if Seager were to go down, Marcus Semien go down, Nathan Lowe go down, there's not much behind them. I think they have to stay really healthy and get some big numbers from like Adolis Garcia. And their corner outfielders, no one's ever heard of them before.
Right.
Like, what do you get out of those guys? Like, they need more out of left field, they need more out of right field, to me, to go over what the Angels and what the Mariners have done.
Yep.
Offensively.
Yeah, no, I agree.
DeGrom fixes a lot.
He does.
He can hide a lot.
Again,
of
the
things
key, can he stay healthy?
Yeah. Well, that's the same thing with Corey Seager. Can Corey Seager stay healthy?
Right. You know, I agree.
I mean, if he don't stay healthy, they have no chance, in my opinion.
But, I mean, listen, Young did a good job. I think they're headed in the right direction. They're
right. And they address, like, are they, like, going by year? Like, because they added 2 big offensive pieces. Now you add 2 pitchers. But they haven't added any bullpen help.
No.
And their bullpen wasn't great.
Right.
It's not the Astros bullpen.
Maybe it is by year.
Like, so what, they're going to go get 2 stud closers next year?
Maybe they're thinking wild card.
Well, listen, a lot of their prospects...
Maybe they're thinking wild card because the Astros are in their division.
A lot of their prospects, if you look at, like, their top 30, they're at, like, 24, 25 projected ETA to the majors.
Right.
So maybe they're not all in.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that could be. And again, like I said, maybe they know they're in a division with the Astros. Maybe they're just trying to add as they go. So.
Right. I mean, Josh Jung's got a hit for them.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's a lot to ask of somebody to come up and do.
For sure.
He's a big-time prospect, so
yeah,
we'll see. He's
For
their
sure.
best prospect.
Anything else with the Rangers?
Not those Rangers.
All right, who are we moving on to?
Moving on, the Seattle Mariners. 90-72 last year. Beat the Blue Jays in the wild card series. I mean, Luis Castillo, 2.99 ERA, 150 innings, 167 Ks. He did his job coming in the middle of the season. Really kind of helped carry them, you know, to the playoffs. I think a big letdown with Robbie Ray coming off that Cy Young award, coming from the Blue Jays. Went 12-12 with a 3.95 ERA, 189 innings with 212 strikeouts. I think overall they want him to be a little better than 12-12, especially with that ERA.
For what you get, for what you pay him,
Right, and to be a number 2, you've got to be better if you want to compete.
Well, they got him to be their 1 before they went and got Castillo.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Listen,
Offensively, like what you got for Seattle?
well, I mean, they kind of changed their team a little bit. Went out and traded to get Colton Wong. So I think that's an upgrade over Adam Frazier, who they lost to the Orioles.
Right.
They went out and got Teoscar Hernandez. But then they gave up on Kyle Lewis.
Which I was surprised.
Yeah, like he has a
Rookie
lot
of
of
the year.
firmness. Yeah, like I don't really get that.
I think it's early to give up on him.
Right. I mean, do you get the same numbers out of Julio Rodriguez? I don't know if you do. But I think Colton Wong will be an upgrade offensively and defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Teoscar, I like, but I don't like it like you lost Mechaniger.
Yeah.
I feel like Teoscar would be a great addition to Mechaniger, but they're very similar players, and Mechaniger plays better defense. Mechaniger hit 39 home runs a couple years ago. I mean, that's Teoscar numbers, and Teoscar can't play defense in the outfield. He's going to be their DH.
Right.
So, I mean, they made moves to get better. I don't know how much better it gets you losing Haniger.
Yeah.
Offensively. You know what I mean? And they didn't hit the ball out of the park a ton, like 197 times. They were like 27th in overall offense in entire Major League Baseball. Like, that ain't good enough. Like, they need more. And, like, they're counting guys like Ty France. I mean, I don't trust the Mariners' offense.
Do you guys consider it an upset beating the Blue Jays?
Yes.
I do too.
I consider it an upset them getting in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, I think they played above.
Well, they got hot.
They did.
They got hot.
Right. They had to get hot.
Right.
I mean, they're not just overall better.
So do we believe them making it back to the playoffs is unlikely?
I think it is in that division because I think other teams are better. I think Texas is better than they were last year.
I think Seattle's probably still the second best team, especially if Robbie Ray does have a better season. But
you think Seattle's the second best team?
I do.
I can see it.
I mean,
you're counting on Julio having a year like you did.
You have to because, like, Teoscar's going to be fine. I think Teoscar Hernandez can hit. But he can't play any sort of defense. Again, like, there were, like, Jared Kelenic and their right fielder. Like, Kelenic was a good prospect, but, like, those guys need to deliver. Like, I would guess they have to add another offensive piece. Somebody that can play outfield every day. Teoscar Hernandez ain't it.
Maybe a mid-season acquisition.
Or trade. Like, they love to make trades in Seattle.
Yeah.
They love to.
I agree.
Anything else for Seattle for you?
No, that's it.
All right, let's move on. Who we got up next?
The Los Angeles Angels.
The Angels.
73-89.
So Josh was showing me that there's talks that Shohei and Mike Trout hate each other. And there's talks.
Really is. That's
what?
That's
there
a real
really
thing.
is some talk.
Stop.
And the talks is that he asked to go to New York.
Who did?
Trout.
Mike Trout.
That was something that leaked out.
Like, that's some Yankee guy on Twitter.
No, really. Listen.
Who leaked that?
It was
TMZ Sports.
It was two different. It was just two different podcasts. But
yeah, I can sit here and say
explaining it. It was definitely not.
Yeah, I'm friends with Mike Trout's second grade teacher. He told me that Mike Trout really wants to be a Dodger. Heard it here first.
No, I would say he'd want to go back to the East Coast. I mean,
to the Mets.
Well, I don't know. He's from Jersey, so he probably will go back to the East Coast.
Yeah, the Mets.
The Angels had a team ERA of 3.77. Of course, Shohei Ohtani was the race with a 15-9 record, 2.33 ERA, 166 innings with 219 strikeouts. He was it. He was the bright side in that rotation. They did add from the Dodgers Tyler Anderson.
Quality pickup.
Yeah, it was a good pickup. 15-5, 2.57 ERA with 178 and 2/3 innings with 138 strikeouts. Should be the number 2. Again, still too much holes in that rotation. Didn't upgrade a whole lot out of the bullpen.
They got some bullpen pieces.
Yeah, but I mean, not like in my mind in that division. How do I get better to compete against the Astros?
I think they go to the playoffs.
I don't think they did it.
I think they go to the playoffs this year.
Along with the Mets and the Padres.
Do you think Seattle still makes the playoffs?
No.
He said that.
I don't think they do. They're top heavy in the rotation. I mean, like, if you give me a healthy Castillo, Robbie Ray, like, I really like that 1-2 punch. After that,
well, listen, you're gonna have to ask before we get into the lineup. You're gonna have to ask guys to stay healthy, and that's something, unfortunately for the Angels, they just haven't done well.
I think they addressed that though. Like, I think they went out and got Brandon Drury,
which I like him.
I like him a lot. So he can play. He can be your everyday second baseman. But if something happens to Rendon, which something always happens to Rendon,
right,
he can go over and play third base. Mm-hmm. They got Giovanni Urshela, same thing. He can play first. He can play short. He can go over and play third. And they got Hunter Renfroe, who can hit the ball in the park.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, but it comes down to, can Mike Trout stay healthy? Can Hunter, can Rendon Rendon's not going to stay healthy.
No.
But Shohei, they need that. I like their lineup. I think I like it a lot more than last year. I think they improved themselves the most offensively in the whole division.
Do you think Shohei stays there for the next 2 years?
Yeah. You can't trade him.
Why
would you trade him?
One of them's got to be gone.
No, they don't.
You've said it multiple times that you think they're going to trade Mike Trout.
Eventually, they will trade Mike Trout.
So, do you think Mike Trout will be there 2 years?
I would trade Mike Trout before I trade Shohei.
100%. I agree. I agree with that.
Mike Trout.
He's older.
He's older, and I think Shohei Ohtani is better.
He's the second best player in baseball.
He's the best player.
Yeah, not according to baseball.
Well,
hold on. Who the hell said he's number 2?
The people who voted for the MVP.
You think Aaron Judge is better than Shohei Ohtani?
He was last year.
See, I was trying to avoid this.
He might you can make the case Judge is more valuable, But you can't make the case that Judge is better than Shohei Ohtani. Because I'll tell you what, every fifth day, give Aaron Judge the ball. See what he
hit it out
does.
the park.
No, give me the ball in the mouth. He's not better. I've never seen anything like Shohei Ohtani.
The reason I was asking would Ohtani be there in 2 years, he has come out and voiced about not being a good team, like not getting better.
But they're
right. But what if they haven't? People don't stay healthy. Let's just say they carry the same thing they usually do. People don't stay healthy. I mean, if he pops off again, like maybe he wants to be traded. Maybe he wants to get out of there.
No. I would trade myself before.
So I would agree. I agree with that.
I agree with that. So if Shohei, you got 2 years left. You play the next season, and Shohei says, "I want out." You keep him for that next year.
Absolutely.
Or you trade him to get something out of him.
No.
You can get a lot of prospects out of him.
You can't get his worth.
No, but if he's leaving, if he's out, if he says I'm out, I don't want to be here.
All right, fellas, we got to take a quick timeout. We'll be back, finish that riveting conversation right in a few minutes.
And we're back.
You son of a...
Welcome back. It's been like 3 seconds for you, like 3 minutes for us. We're going to jump in the next team. Who
Josh Cost.
You'll see that in the video. Don't worry.
He did.
Did not. The Oakland Athletics, the one team that wasn't trying to win
Moving on.
finished 60 and 102.
Could be worse this year.
Team ERA was a whopping 4.52 for the starting rotation. Paul Brown was their best pitcher with a 7-6.
Paul Brown
with a 7-6 record, 4.28 ERA, only 89 strikeouts, and a 1.26 WHIP.
Are you sure it wasn't Paul Blackburn?
Or Blackburn. That's what it was. Blackburn.
It went to Mentor.
Yes. Blackburn.
He did not go to Mentor.
Paul Blackburn. And
because I know.
that was it.
Oh.
Some of the pitching stats were pretty atrocious.
Team batting average was extremely low, 216. They only hit 137 home runs last year. So.
And you got rid of the only player I would tune into an athletics game to watch.
Yeah, Murphy.
I would tune in to watch 0 athletics games with Sean Murphy.
Don't lie. Josh would watch a middle school girls game if he could, just to watch it.
Yeah, if I do, I'd watch it
Yeah,
again.
he'd watch the athletics.
Are they trying to lose and just be so bad to get a new stadium or to get out?
I think
whatever they're doing, they achieved it.
Yes, they have.
Because they might lose 110. Like, they're bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have a lot in the, I'll give them that. Like, if you look at, their top 40 prospects, it says, boom, 2025, 2026, 2027. They ain't really got nothing coming.
Mm-mm.
I mean, the only thing, I like Ruiz, the guy they got for Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
He could be a stud, but, they were last in offense, and they're going to be last in offense again. And they're going to lose 100+.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Oakland. You suck.
All right, that's all we need to do for Oakland Talk.
Yeah.
Now we'll move on to the big dog.
Big dog.
World Series champ Houston Astros with 106-56 record, winning the World Series against the Philadelphia Phillies.
241 home runs, 715 RBIs, and a batting average of 248.
Boom.
Yeah.
Listen, lost Justin Verlander.
Hurts.
Yeah, that does hurt. I know they're pretty high on Hunter Brown. They have high hopes to replace in the rotation. Of course, not number one, but be in the rotation. Very limited 20 innings. He had a 0.89 ERA and a 1.08 WHIP. But as far as their big boys, Valdez, who was a stud in the World Series, 31 starts, 17-6 with a 2.82 ERA, 1.16 WHIP. Javier, 30 starts with 11-9 record, 2.54 ERA with 148 innings pitched. And their bullpen was lights out. Basically, everybody's throwing 100 mile an hour.
Wipeout sliders. And Ryan Presley with a 2.98 ERA with 33 saves. They are about, pitching-wise,
the best team
as nasty as you're going to get in that division.
Yeah. Maybe in all, but
maybe in a maybe
they're a top 3 pitching staff in baseball.
Yeah, I mean, I think they have the best bullpen in all.
Absolutely, I was gonna say with the best bullpen.
Yeah.
Listen, if you got a good 1, 2, and 3 with a really good bullpen, you can go a long way.
Absolutely.
Well, they showed it. They did.
Teams have won a World Series just going 3 days rest with 3 starters.
Absolutely.
So
it's not Shane Bieber.
No, gotta protect him. Let's go Aaron Savali. That's a good idea.
What we got hitting wise, Chad?
Well, I mean, they're the best team in the division. Maybe the best team in the American League.
And offensively, they got better.
Right. Like, Yuli Gurriel, nice player. He's 48 years old, probably. You know, they lie about their birth certificates. But he's probably 48. But you go out and you get Jose Abreu, who could have an MVP year in Houston. And they bring back Michael Brantley.
A healthy Michael Brantley.
A healthy Michael Brantley. Like, the only thing, like, what else can they do to get better? Like, Maldonado's a really good catcher. He can't do nothing offensively to help you. But
adding those 2 pieces, you're okay with having a good defensive catcher.
I think they are. I think that's what, I mean, I've seen that they were in on Murphy and they were in on Contreras. But at the end of the day, like, they're going to have to go get another catcher. Like, it can't be Corey Lee and Martin Maldonado. Neither one of those can hit their weight.
Right.
But, I mean, if Brantley's healthy, but, like, Michael's going to have to play the outfield.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I'm sure they're going to find a way to give him, some DH rest.
Like,
probably play first a little.
Because, listen, Michael can still really hit.
Yes,
Brantley can still really, really hit.
Yes, he can.
And I guess without Gurriel, like, you know, I wonder about how deep they are because like Almides Diaz was their utility guy, 5th infielder, did kind of everything if somebody went down, and he actually went to Oakland.
Yeah,
he'll probably hit 4th in their lineup. Couldn't start for the Astros, but he'll probably hit 4th in Oakland. So I wonder if guys go down. But I mean, they're the Astros. Like, I think they're going to make another move or two. Like, I don't think they're done.
In your mind, and I know it's really hard to answer this, but in your mind, can Pena keep what he did last year? Like, have we seen? And I know it's hard to follow, but have we seen the best of Pena yet? Can he possibly be better than what we saw?
If he is, that's going to be scary.
Yeah, it is.
Like, the rest of the American League should be really
like
scary.
Postseason. The pitching did not bother him.
Josh and I had this conversation the other day. Like, this Correa stuff makes Houston look like geniuses. Makes their moving on from Correa makes more sense.
Houston's a really good run organization.
Yeah, like,
and if you think about Houston 10 years ago, where they just tore it all down. They're like, we're tearing everything down, and we're going to rebuild it through the draft. Like, they don't.
Jose Altuve.
Yeah, like, they don't. Alex Bregman, Carlos Correa, Yuli Gurriel, like, they really built it from nothing to what it is.
Right.
And they run a good. I think they're going to go get an ace. Like, I still think that. I think they're going to go get somebody. I don't know who, but I have to think they're going to go get. They got the prospects to go get one, and I think just like Justin Verlander, they're going to go get somebody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they showed that they're not shy. I mean, they're really trying to win in this window as many as possible. So
maybe they go get Strauss at the deadline. But I mean, they're going to trade him if he can stay healthy.
Right.
Maybe they go get him. Maybe they'll get one of the guys from Milwaukee. That'd be nasty. Woodruff or Freddie Peralta.
Yeah, that'd be nasty.
Mm-hmm. Those guys pitch.
Yeah, that would be nasty. But overall with the Astros, I think, yes, it hurt Verlander. That hurt. And I agree. I think they'll go get somebody. Offensively, I think they're better.
They still got to be your World Series favorites, right?
In the American League, yeah. Like, who's gonna?
I just don't see anybody.
No, I definitely think they're best in the division. I mean, you're still a chance for somebody to beat you. I think the Astros best team in the American League.
Yeah. I really don't see, like, if we're being honest, like, it's probably going to be Astros, Yankees again in the LCS. And maybe the Yankees win a game this year because they got Carlos Rondon. But I mean, they haven't. Batteries died.
I thought that meant lunchtime.
Oh, I'm hungry.
But yeah, I think the Astros are the best team in that division. Still, best team in the American League.
They're the best team in baseball.
Yeah,
Outside of San Diego, New York.
they could.
The Yankees. You heard him say it.
Mets.
Oh.
Mets. Mets. Why isn't that a chant? Like, that should be their chant. I just figured it out.
In the Jets.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
said Jets.
To close it out, we
should
do
be
have,
Mets. Mets. I love it.
to close it out, we did have one big transaction. Who was that? Josh.
Rafael Devers, 11 years, $331 million to the Boston Red Sox.
They didn't really have a choice, right?
They had
They
to
had
keep
to.
him.
Yeah. They didn't have a choice. So
No, you had to sign.
yeah.
Like
You let Mookie go.
Yeah.
You let Bogarts go. You had to keep him.
JD's gone.
JD's gone. You had to keep him.
I feel like we're in the Twilight
That
Zone.
light is what's going on in Chad's head all the time.
Well, listen, it's really bright in my eyes, and then it's going. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo.
All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Again, this will come out every Sunday. Who we doing next week? So we can tell the folks. We'll go
Same
NL.
American
We'll
League?
go NL. NL West.
NL West.
NL West next week. All right. Thank you very much for watching.
I like that. I get to see how the Dodgers suck.
And he can talk about the Padres.
And it is in his second.
Oh, listen, you don't want
the
to.
Padres.
There might be a whole hour on the Padres.
All right.
I
Thanks,
don't need
folks.
some Manny Machado.
We'll see you next week.
Go Yankees.
Don't go Yankees.
Oh, we dead now.
We killed it.
Josh, you broke it. You threw your pen at it.
We're gonna need a battery on aisle 4.